Yo, what's going on, people? This is Andy with Permanent Ink, along with my co-host, as always, Kevin.
How's it going?
And today we're going to talk about the reason behind tattoos, why people get tattoos, and their bizarre stories on what led them to get the tattoo. So we're going to start with Kevin. And Kevin, do you have any favorite tattoos, or is there any important meanings behind any of your tattoos?
Actually, I do have a favorite, Andy. It's the nautical star on my arm. I got it when I was 17. My parents weren't too happy about it, though. One of the meanings behind the nautical star is so long time ago so sailors could find their way home, and I got it from my cousin who serves in the U.S. Navy.
Well, what about the skull on your arm? I mean, is there a meaning behind that? Are you a fan of Ghost Rider or something?
No. Yeah, I got 3 skulls on the left side of my body. It represents my good and bad side, my good and bad moods.
So your tattoos, is there you can't get a job with them? Your arm?
Some places you can't get a job at, but that's the reason I got into film and video, so I could express myself artistically.
So there are no tattoos you regret getting because they are permanent?
No, I don't got any tattoos I regret, and for everybody out there, you should never get tattoos you regret. Now it's time for our next segment. It's called What's Your Ink?, where I sent my awesome crew out to film some people that have tattoos. Let's take a look.
I decided to get a tattoo to pay homage and immortalize that I've loved heavy metal my whole life. Put a snake around a music note on my arm, symbolizing heavy metal is squeezing every note out of a song. Notice it has, red is the deepest color in a tattoo.
Yeah.
And as you notice, it's starting to fade, and people always say, well, why don't you get it redone? I'm like, no, I'm not touching it. That's what it is. It's there. It's part of my life. When I first got it, I tried to wear shirts that actually showed it off. Make sure you think it through and get the artwork and get a good tattoo artist. I know quite a few of them, but make sure it's a good tattoo artist.
Well, that was an interesting segment. Like he said, you must find an important tattoo artist. Luckily, our guest is a tattoo artist, Jack J. Cox. Let's bring out Jack.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, how's it going,
How's
man?
it going, Jack? So, how did you get into the tattoo business and why?
Well, man, about 10 years ago, a buddy of mine, John Maurer, tattoo artist over at Unity Tattoo, got me into it. He knows that I went to school for art, brought my portfolio in there. He offered me an apprenticeship.
So, do you just use any ink, or does it have to be a special type of ink?
No, you have to use a special type of ink, which actually changes the color of the pigment, and I prefer to use Star Bright inks and Intense inks. They seem to work the best for my style.
What about your drawing style? Do you have a favorite or specific drawing style you like doing?
Yeah, I like to do a lot more traditional Oriental, and a lot of new school style tattooing, which is a little bit more cartoony and real bright and really brings out colors.
Okay, let's say a customer comes into your shop and with a tattoo they don't like that another artist has done, and they want you to do either a cover-up or add-on. How do you approach that?
Sometimes cover-ups can be a little difficult, just depending on how big they are and whatnot, but cover-ups are actually fun and challenging. As far as completing other people's work, I don't like to do it so much. It's just kind of a thing between artists. You don't work on somebody else's stuff.
Like it's disrespect?
Yeah.
So do you have a favorite piece of artwork or portfolio you would like to share with people?
Yeah, I have my sister's sides over here and my sister's chest. And my sister's side represents really good American-style traditional tattooing. And just her chest, she's really into knitting, so we did that for her.
Well, sadly, that's all our time for today. Thank you, Jack, for coming on our show.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks, Kevin. Until next time and next week, see you again on Permanent Ink.